Time Wasters. This is Reno, aka Suburban Time Waster, and you haven't seen this game in a while. Yep, it's Frontier's Reach, which I haven't had. I've been meaning to go back to this game, but I haven't had time for it because, well, as you know, I'm in the fall semester of class, and, well, I've been a little behind. I have been in a slump, but I'm going to start pulling myself out of it, and this time I'm going to try taking on that first tutorial level again. And a pop-up happened while I was talking, which I had to get rid of. Then hold on. Yeah, microphone's still on. I'm good. And it's still recording the video. Still remember the Cyberpunk 2077 incident. Alright, I'm gonna launch a basic flight training, and you know what? I'm putting this back in full screen. By the way, if you hear any noise, that's not from the game. It's not from the game, that's mowing. My next door neighbors are getting their lawn mowed. I'm gonna launch a mission, and who knows? I might actually finish it this time. Unless there were some other factors after I got the review done, which I managed to do, which I had to write some note cards, which I managed to do with the help of my Tolan. And after that, the stamina for Time Princess was full, so I had to empty out my stamina again. Whenever something gets filled up for one of my phone apps, I just have to use it all up. It's an impulse of mine.
Alright, Rookie. You're the last one to make the run tonight, and I'd like to get home and grab some grub with the family. So let's make it a good one. Before we start, let's do a quick review of your instrumentation panel. First, let's go over the radar. It's smack dab in the lower middle of the console and will be a vital instrument for determining friend from foe. But it also helps with a number of other things. One of these things is orientation. The circular grid is coloured orange and blue. If it's orange, that means the ground is beneath you. If it is blue, that means the ground is over top of you and that your fighter is inverted. When you're in space, this grid will align to the flight deck of whatever vessel or station you took off from. Lastly, the radar bulb will display incoming guided munitions using a large red arrow to show you what direction the munition is coming from. Keep an ear out for a rapid beeping noise. That will tell you when a missile is close. Oh, and before I forget, the big blue dot in the centre is you. In case you hadn't figured that out yet. Moving clockwise from the radar, we have the first multifunction display, or MFD. For the most part, you can ignore this, but when you've got incoming, it will flash as a means of warning that you should take evasive manoeuvres or launch countermeasures. Second is the RCS display. It will give an indication of the status of your RCS system with a small line. The blue light means the system is primed and ready to use. To the immediate right of the RCS display is the fuel gauge. Pretty self-explanatory, just don't let it run empty. Up from that and slightly to the left is the mission status readout. It will give you the current objective for whatever mission you're flying. Just above that is the throttle percentage gauge. That lets you know what percentage your throttle is currently set to. Sitting right above that is the hull integrity indicator. As your fighter takes damage, it will decrease. don't let it hit Z. Up and to the left of the hull integrity indicator is the angle of attack bulb. This serves two functions. The first is to display your facing angle relative to your direction of travel, and the second is to display the direction of gravity. The direction of gravity is shown with 3 blue arrows. To the right of the hull integrity indicator is the bow sight. The functionality of this instrument will change depending on what weapon you have equipped, but as a note, if you're using guided missiles, this instrument will track your currently locked target. Just beneath the bow sight are the sea level and altimeter gauges. The altimeter will give true altitude to ground, and the sea level is altitude to the mean sea level of the area you are operating. To the immediate right of the bow sight is the true airspeed gauge and the countermeasure status indicator. The countermeasure status indicator will let you know when your countermeasures are ready, when they are in use, and when they are in cooldown. Just below that is the ammunition indicator cluster. This cluster of gauges will show which weapon you currently have selected, how much ammo you have for it, and what the current status of the weapon is. Just below that is the second MFD. It serves a similar function to the first MFD. To the immediate left of the second MFD is the thermal load indicator. When you use your afterburner, this gauge will fill, indicating the relative thermal load on the fighter. If it stays full for too long, your fighter will start to take damage. Lastly, but not at all least, is the wayfinding arrow, located far in the upper right and mounted on the cockpit frame with red and yellow wires running to it. You will want to pay special attention to this indicator as you progress through missions, as it will indicate where the area of operations is relative to your current position. With that out of the way, let's get started. Activating navigation markers. As you can see, it's a pretty standard practice run. Put your fighter through the rings and keep doing so until you're finally prompted to land. Now, put your throttle to max for launch, and I and your fellow pilot trainees will see you when you touch down.
Initiating launch sequence. Please stand by. Launching in 3, 2, 1, and
Altitude. Well, looks like you're off to a good start.
Collision.
Oops. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I changed it to lose controls. I think I need to check the input again. Alright, using the keyboard to move. That makes more sense. Woohoo, I found the first ring. And I missed it. I think the controls are a bit weird. Hold on. Oh. That's odd. I could have sworn I put it back on tight when I... Yeah. I guess it went back to, I guess I put it back on loose before I started the game, but I guess it went back to tight when I started it up again.
Heading down the Kingsway.
Yeah, loose controls are a lot better. I mean, the creator recommended it. He said it should be easier to control the ship with loose controls. I won't be getting motion sickness so easily. Alright, 4th ring reached. Time to get the 5th ring. Just once, I'd like to complete this tutorial without any problems. But I'm not celebrating yet.
Altitude. Altitude.
No, I don't know why it
Rounding
does
the
that.
lighthouse.
The Lighthouse. You know, I actually seen the movie Lighthouse. I probably mentioned it before, but it's like my mom's least favorite movie. She hated how artsy it was, how you had no idea what was supposed to be going on. And well, there's a running gag in our family. Whenever we watch a bad movie, I always say, is it at least better than Lighthouse? But yeah, back in the old days, Lighthouse used to be run by humans. It was a pretty lonely job. I do not envy whoever got charged with that. I think a lot of people at lighthouses did go crazy.
Not much further now.
But yeah, I will say it was a good move for Rob Pattinson to be in that movie, because if you're in an artsy movie like that, people take your acting seriously. And he did need to shake the Edward Cullen thing. And which is pretty lucky that he did, because a lot of teen heartthrobs, they don't get, once they get older, they just lose jobs and nobody will hire them. And they just disappear from society altogether.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, the 11th ring.
Altitude. Altitude.
Well, the creator's right, the loose controls are better.
Altitude.
I hate that I'm one of those people who get motion sickness so easily.
Altitude.
Yeah, but I'm halfway done.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
It's why I could never qualify to be in space.
Altitude.
I don't think of it, neither can my mom, but she says she loves space, but she doesn't want to be in it because unless it's like a Star Trek style.
Altitude.
Some of my book club said the same thing when asked if they would like to go to space. They said only if I could do it Star Trek style in a starship. I don't know, maybe she's claustrophobic like my mom. You're not actually a tiny bit claustrophobic myself. Around the elbow.
Final approach. Keep it tight, pilot.
Actually, I prefer it loose. Uh-oh. Oops, I missed that ring. Better turn this around. Alright, got it. Got that. Yeah, the thing is you can't keep the ship steady, but... well, that's where the A&D controls come in. Come on, come on.
Good job. We're prepping the landing. Go ahead and make your way there now. The auto land should take over once you're close enough.
Altitude.
Alright, Outland took over. Woohoo! I finally completed this tutorial! With no bugs and on loose controls, I'm happy to say. Yeah, I gotta say, a lot easier with loose controls. Tight controls might make you feel more like a pilot, but if you get motion sickness like I do, don't try being hero. Do the more logical option. I mean, when Captain Kirk wants to send like a pilot to do some type. It's like how when Captain Kirk needs to send a pilot on a away mission. While Spock is a great scientist and has a ton of skills, he won't send Spock. He'll send Sulu, the ace pilot. Now, if it's someone where a scientist is needed, you take Spock. And I wish I could, and honestly, I like to conquer all the tutorials right now, but the thing is, I filmed this pretty late. Thanks to school, and thanks to school and a mistimed app, and well, I still gotta do some cleaning, and I gotta work out. I'm trying to get my schedule all figured out right now. But hey, at least I was able to make a video, and I got to come back here. But unfortunately, my time waste has come to an end. Next time, I'll probably, I will play the next tutorial. Maybe I'll play all the rest of the tutorials. Who knows? We'll have to see how much time I've got. But I do hope you liked this video enough to give it a like. If you want to see more from me, you can hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want to stay up to date. You can also follow me on one of my other social media accounts, which you'll find in the summary. And you can leave a comment saying whether or not you like this video, whether or not you've played this game, and whether or not sci-fi is your thing.